What's up, guys?
Hey, how's it going?
Hello.
You want well, final, regular season game. I mean, just reflecting on your, 2 years since you transferred over from Hawaii, how has I guess the reality lived up to the expectation?
Oh, it definitely lived up to the expectation. I came here looking for, to get out of my comfort zone. I'm a Hawaii boy, been on Hawaii my whole life, grew up there. That's all I pretty much knew, and I feel like coming out here was a great experience for me, and I wouldn't trade it for the world.
What do you want out of this last game at the Rose Bowl, aside from like a win?
This is my last game in the Rose Bowl, so everything's gonna be hitting me once I get there. Right now, it's not really hitting me, but I know once I get on the field, it's gonna mean a lot more to me, and you know, I really just want to win this game. This is going to be my last game, and not just for me, but me and my brothers, all my other seniors out here. We've been through a lot together these past 2 years that I've been here. Um, yeah, we're just looking to end off the season right with a dub.
What's the most difficult thing you've overcome here at UCLA?
And I would say, like I said, just getting out of my comfort zone. Adapting to, the different things that in LA, living in LA, and just accumulating myself to everything out here. So, but everything's been nice. It's been a nice change for me. Making new friends, learning more of the game. Getting a great education here. So, I'm really enjoying my time out here.
Obviously, USC is more of a passing team, but what is it like to see that the defense limited them to only 3 rushing yards for the game?
That's a big accomplishment wherever you are in the league or in college ball. Holding an offense to 3 yards is really hard to do. I don't think I've ever heard that be done anywhere. So, that's a great accomplishment, but we're not done yet. We know that there's more work ahead of us, and we're looking to get better.
Coach Kelly talked about how Cal is balanced. What are you seeing from film?
Yes, very balanced team. They can run the ball, but also pass the ball. They got a great running back, good all linemen, weapons in the skill positions, and a very high-powered offense with a good young quarterback. So we got our work set out for us this week. So we're gonna put in a good game plan and looking to execute.
You came in with, a host of other transfers last year. What's it been like seeing the turnaround all happen really within the last year and having it start with that class you guys put together?
Yeah, I feel like the chemistry within the team has really, built over these 2 years that all the transfers came in, last year. So, we really got to bond together this off season, and it's really showing this season. We're all coming together and performing at a very high level, both offense and defensively. So, and I'm just enjoying every time.
This last game was like a really complete game. So how do you kind of replicate those results when you don't have like the USC incentive behind it?
All right, it's the same mindset. We just gotta attack and execute our job and do our 1 of 11. That's exactly what. Just have the same mindset going into this game. The same thing as we did with SC.
Go ahead.
Coach Lane is up for the Royals Award for the top assistant in the nation. What can you say about that accomplishment? Just being nominated, but also just what he's done this year.
Yeah, right, as he should. He's a great coach. I've learned a lot from him, and I'm just blessed and thankful to play under his defense and also have a great coaching staff here. I'm learning every day, expanding my knowledge on the game, and just being a sponge and soaking in all the knowledge. So, but as far as Coach Lynn, he deserves every bit of it, and I know he's a great coach, and he deserves everything.
With Cal being the opponent, thinking back to last year, Femi had a big game, and what's it like having him on this side and with you on the defense this whole year?
Always great, seeing him ball out last year against us, and now having him with us is a great feeling to have him, play right next to me and with me, alongside all my brothers. So it's gonna be a good feeling. Femi, it's gonna be a personal game for him as he's playing his old team, but we're always gonna just put our head down and work.
Do you sense he's a little bit more amped up considering the opponent?
Oh yes, for sure. You can tell his energy is just different this week. He's bringing a whole new vibe and aura to the team, and just really excited to compete.
Okay.
It's Thanksgiving week. What are you doing for the big dinner?
Yeah, so this is also senior night this week. So my family from Hawaii is all coming out. You know, a good like 20, 30 of them is coming out to celebrate with me. My last game in the Rose Bowl. So I'll be having Thanksgiving with them alongside my family that I have out here in Orange County area.
Do you cook? Do you make anything?
Oh no, I don't do the cooking. That's all my parents and my family. Yes.
When's the last time you had like that many family members together with you?
You know, it's been a minute since the beginning of the season. Off season. That was my last time that I got to see my family and actually be with all my family. So I'm really looking forward to spend Thanksgiving with them.
Who's the first person you hug?
Probably my mom and dad,
Yeah.
for sure. My brothers. I got 5 brothers, and I miss all of them. Think about them every day. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Hey there, how's it going?
Hello.
Well,
What's it like, thinking back on your journey here at UCLA, and now it's all culminating here in this last final home game?
it's gone by really fast, I'd say. From when I first got here, I always talk about like with CT Venny Kapusi, that was my first roommate, and we're still here together. Kind of going from moving into the dorms to now doing our own thing, kind of just being familiar with LA. It's had a lot of growing here, a lot of learning, and I just cherished every moment, especially now that it's finally kind of reaching to that point. You kind of want to just slow down, take a look around, and kind of just enjoy everything.
Is that started to sink in then, it sounds like? Have you already started putting that all in your head?
Yeah, luckily I was able to have in-person classes this quarter, so kind of just getting back on campus, kind of seeing the campus life from my last quarter here, that has been kind of enjoyable for that, yeah.
Logan was saying how the last game, it felt like the offense finally got in a rhythm. So what did that rhythm look like from your perspective?
I think we just played our game. With our defense being the way our defense is, we just can't be negative, if that makes sense. Like, we can't have turnovers, or we just can't do worse than their offense. We just got to stick to the rhythm and stick to the game plan. I think that's what we did, and we finally showed that this past Saturday against SC, and our defense did what they usually do and was able to come out with the win.
How do you replicate that this week?
Just taking what we did last week and kind of replicating it this week. Like, the intensity we bring to practice, I think it starts there for sure. Having a good week of training, being detailed and disciplined, and I think if we do that this week, we should have the same outcome as last week.
What have you seen from the Golden Bears front seven? What challenges did they bring you guys?
Coach Wilcox is a good coach, great defensive mind, and he's good at dialing things up that kind of are rule breakers for offensive line, in the passing game. So kind of understanding their blitzing patterns, things like that in the front seven, and just they're big inside, so we just got to get stout and stay on our double teams.
When it comes to reducing turnovers, is there any do you do drills for that in practice, or is it just being more cognizant of it?
Yeah, so I guess the way you work on his practice is kind of like relating it back to the game, and just trying to put yourself in those same situations as much as you can. When it comes to the game time, it's just about being focused and locked in on your assignment. And if you do that, then things usually go well for you.
What have you? Oh, go ahead.
What did you think of Garb stealing Caleb Williams' Instagram caption?
Hey, we earned it. He earned that, especially taking us and winning in the Coliseum. That's not easy to do. So I'm proud of Garbs, and I feel like he deserves to celebrate a little bit, especially after a big win like that.
Is that uncharacteristic of him? Because we see him as kind of, not a pompous guy.
Yeah,
I mean,
the Garbs I know, he got some personality. So yeah, I was expecting that, I guess, from Garbs. Yeah.
And speaking of Ethan, the way he was able to, kind of adjust, especially with questions about his mobility coming into the game, what do you think about the way he was able to, kind of deal with their pass rush, and especially that touchdown he threw to TJ?
Yep. He's a dog. He got a chip on his shoulder. Coming back from that injury, he probably heard all that stuff too about the mobility. He wasn't gonna let that stop him and let that hinder his game and let that hinder his success on the field. It's bigger than just him, and it's bigger than just me. It's about the whole team, and sometimes that's what it takes. You have to sacrifice enough for the whole team, and usually good things happen.
You guys have obviously shifted to Cal, but going back really quickly, what was it like to capture the victory belt?
Oh, it was awesome.
Did you ring it?
Yes, I did get to ring it. Being my fifth and last year, getting that belt back for the Bruins felt really nice, and I was just so thrilled in that moment. I was so excited. Yeah.
You've mentioned the O-line going to Peaches, I think.
Mhm.
Is that like a weekly thing that you guys do?
No, that was kind of like the start of this whole season thing. But now it's just more like we just hang out in the apartment. One of the teammates, like the other week, Garrett and Bruno actually invited all the O-line over to their apartment. And they kind of cooked us a little feast, so that was nice. And probably the same thing this week with Thanksgiving, so I'm excited.
Yeah, because I know, like, I've heard that NBA players are obsessed with, like, Cheesecake
Yeah,
Factory, so I
yeah.
didn't know if that was the same case with, like, you guys and BJ's.
Yeah, no. I mean, if BJ's wants to give us free dinner, then we'll take it every weekend, no doubt.
Team NIL.
Yeah. Yes.
Who's the chef on the offensive line?
Probably Garrett or Bruno, for sure. Garrett DiGiorgio or Bruno Fino. Yeah. The Italians. Cooking up that good pasta stuff, chicken parmesan.
You bring in anything to Thanksgiving?
Probably just a pot of rice. Keep it clean, keep it basic. You know, especially in Hawaii, like if there's a Thanksgiving, you need white rice. So I'll probably bring that.
Or to mess up.
Yeah, exactly. That too.
Well, what do you want to be remembered for? You know, as a senior, I mean, that's probably the last game in the Pac-12. You know,
Yeah.
at least
That's a
your future. I mean,
That's a great question. I probably want to be remembered as someone that was helpful and set a good example. Kind of someone that like never you could always count on me, I guess, to do the right thing and say the right thing and be the right leader for these guys. So that's one thing I want to be remembered for sure. Just the care I gave to my teammates. Thank you.
Buddy, how you guys doing?
Hello.
How you doing this morning?
I'm great, thanks.
Who's picking the playlist in the weight room?
That would be strength coach Keith Belton. He's always on point in there. Got something good going.
A lot of throwbacks.
Yeah, he tends to like those.
Did you get to watch Dorian at all this past weekend? You know, pick up that one with the Browns?
I actually didn't. I saw the highlights and
Yeah.
saw they got the dub, so really cool for him. So stoked for that guy.
Yeah. How does that kind of motivate, like, everybody who's still here, just seeing someone do it at the next level like that?
Yeah, I think it's really good to see the guys that come from this program have a lot of success at that level. I mean, we got a bunch of guys that are up there. I couldn't even name them all right now, right? But always really encouraging to see. Always stoked for those guys, and makes you feel good about what you're doing here for sure.
Obviously, coming into the season, a lot was made about the depth at running back. Now that the season's winding down, how would you assess how everything's kind of gone with that position group?
Yeah, I think like the whole team, we've had our ups and downs through the season, but I still think we have an amazing position group. I love the guys in that room. I think we're really capable and we're really versatile, and I think we've shown that through some of the games, and it's been really fun.
What'd you make of TJ's performance against USC there?
So awesome. Yeah, really cool to see him go off like that, catch one, run one in, have a great game back home. So.
What was your reaction to Hudson's touchdown? Logan said it was, like, really intense.
It was
That
awesome,
moment.
man. He caught it, made one miss, and then kind of dove in. They were like, Hud, that was amazing. So it was great. Definitely got the guys going.
What are your thoughts on how Ethan Garber's handled himself and helped lead you guys to a victory over crosstown rival and get that bell back?
Yeah, it's all you can ask, man. I mean, he's super poised, did his job, right? That's all you can ask, and led us to a victory against the crosstown guys. So it was great.
Chip mentioned, he was obviously pleased with the strides made, but he also mentioned that there was a lot of meat left on the bone.
Mm-hmm.
What do you guys want to continue showing this week against Cal?
Yeah, I think a lot of it comes down to us, right? Win or loss. Just our ability to execute and move on to whatever's in front of us. So I think we just need to focus on giving maximum effort and making sure we have everything down. It's on us.
Seemed like you guys finally got into a rhythm on offense.
Sure.
Less turnovers in this last game. So just what did that rhythm kind of look like from your perspective?
Yeah, I think that's just a culmination of a really good week of practice, which I believe we had before that game, and just coming into it, had all our fundamentals down. We knew what we needed to do and what we needed to execute, and I think we did that. So kind of put itself together.
What are the emotions for you personally going into this, last home game, as a senior and just all the emotions that can bring?
Yeah, to be honest with you, that stuff usually hits me after the fact. So right now, just looking ahead to the fact that we got a game on Saturday. So just trying to prepare the right way, honestly, and do whatever I need to do to help this team win a football game. So we'll sit back after and see where we're at.
So you haven't thought about, like, plans post-college, post-UCLA? what you want to do
I mean,
life-wise?
I definitely have. But like I said, really focused on the game ahead of me right now.
What do you think your legacy will be this group? You know, I mean, probably the last game of the Pac-12, at least in the near future.
That's
So,
true.
Have you thought about what this group is kind of setting the stage for the future of the program? I mean,
Yeah, it's a really good question. I think what Coach Kelly's done here has been really cool in general. Just to see how this program has progressed and the guys that he's kind of brought in and have led this team have really created a really cool culture.
Yeah.
A group of guys that just love each other, and we have a word called mudita that we like to say, and that just is being genuinely happy for other people's successes, and I feel like
how do you
that really
spell
resonates. MUDITA.
Okay. Very cool.
I forget what language that is, but I think we have a culture that really embodies that here, and it's just really been really cool to be a part of, and I hope that'll kind of stand the test of time, and continue to trickle down.
That's great.
I think it's a Buddhist thing,
Is it?
actually.
Coach
Sounds
Kelly would
like
probably
it
get
might
mad at
be.
me for not knowing that, honestly, but at least I knew the word.
Oh, we saved you on that one. Any plans for Thanksgiving? I know you're an out-of-town guy.
I am an out-of-town guy. I have a wonderful girlfriend, and I'll be going to spend Thanksgiving with her family. So, she's from Southern California, so at least I have that. Yeah. All good?
Thank you.
Thank you guys so much.
Thank
Have a good
you.
one.
Thank